All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wa Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like. To the rest of the church who believe as well, including you women. To the dead in Yahweh Shai also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring, none of this would even be possible, period, point blank, whatsoever. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. So a lot of people who scoff and speak against the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, it's because their mind is basically not on this truth. Their mind is on other things. Their mind is following after what pleases their flesh instead of what pleases Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And don't get me wrong, man. You know, the flesh is a very powerful force that is oftentimes fighting against the spirit. Alright? But through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you can conquer those lusts that come through the flesh. And saying, where is the promise of his coming? So you have those questioning the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay? But see, there are things happening throughout the earth right now that you can explain it a lot easier with the scriptures. If you take the scriptures out of it, it's easy to get confused and not understand. But when you bring the scriptures into it, everything makes sense. Okay? So for those who don't believe Yahweh Shai is coming soon, it's because they've been blinded. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai does not want them to come into the truth because they're blocked. Okay? That's why they don't believe in the second appearance of our Lord Yahweh Shai. And saying, where's the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Yeah, see, you've been talking about the return of Yahweh Shai for years, man. I heard that when I was little. My grandma's grandma told her that. My mom told me that. Da-da-da-da-da. You know? They think it's just a rumor, like it's just something to talk about. The return of Yahweh Shai is a real deal and it's going to happen. We have to make sure, you know, through faith, we keep up. Because if you don't keep up, you're going to get left behind. Okay? And we don't want to get left behind, man. Okay? I'm going to jump down to verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So if you're not aware, if you're not paying attention, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to come like a thief in the night. So when the mark of the beast is here, when people are being chipped, the only way you can buy, sell, or trade is with that chip. A lot of people are going to assume that, well, you better get with the program or, you know, basically get put to death. A lot of people are going to choose to get with the program of Esau. Okay, so they're not going to be expecting Yahweh Shai to return. They're just going to expect to remain in this society, man. Okay? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Speaking of the missiles, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So everybody who's left behind on that day, those who are not expecting the Lord to show up, if they're still alive, they're going to be caught up in the nuclear holocaust. Verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. Because, see, if you're not found that way, you're going to be left behind. And we don't want to be left behind, as what the scripture, or as what Christians will call the rapture, which really that word is not in the scriptures, but that, so to speak, the rapture is when the chariots come and beam up the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? But everybody who's not going to be beamed up, a lot of those people are not going to be expecting Yahweh Shai to return. A lot of those people are not going to be looked at as blameless. Okay? So they're going to be left here when the missiles drop. Okay? So we have to be aware of the times that we're in. That's important. Let's go to the book of Luke chapter 21 and verse 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts, meaning your mind, be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unaware. So if you're not paying attention, the day of Yahweh Shai is going to come upon you unaware. And when that chip is here, when the society is just totally different, okay, a lot of people are going to be caught off unaware because they're not going to be thinking about the Lord returning. They're going to be thinking about what Esau says so that they can stay alive in this during this new world order, which is not going to last very long. Okay? And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting. Let's go into that word. Greek 2897, krehi pale. The giddiness and headache caused by drinking wine to excess. Okay? And a lot of our people are caught up in all sorts of different doctrines, getting drunk off of all sorts of different philosophies, man. They're drunk. You can't tell them nothing. Okay? They're staggering, they're vomiting. Okay? And those same kind of people are going to be caught with their pants down, so to speak. They're going to be caught slipping. The Lord is going to come and pop up on them, and they're not going to expect it. That's scary, man. That's why the scriptures say he's going to return like a thief in the night. It didn't say a thief in the day. A thief in the night can come when you're sleeping. So you definitely not expecting that. And most people, they sleep right now. A lot of people are being blocked from this truth, man. So they're going to be left behind when Yahweh Shai returns, so to speak. And I believe there was an old Christian film some years ago called Left Behind. This is Mark chapter 4 and verse 12. That seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they shall be converted and their sin should be forgiven them. And our people don't perceive that Yahweh Shai is coming soon. Our people don't perceive that, you know, the words written in these scriptures are taking place right before their very eyes, man. Okay? But anyone who is blocked, it's ultimately because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai does not want them to repent. Okay? So, those who reject Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is because, you know, ultimately, you rejecting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he makes you do that. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai chooses who he wants to worship him and who he wants to be a scoffer and just wicked and evil, man. Okay, so the majority of people in this world, they can't perceive the time that we're in. They can't perceive that Yahweh Shai is right around the corner. They can't perceive that this economy is going to collapse. The new currency is going to be totally digital. It's going to be on the RFID chip, radio frequency identification device. Okay, and the scriptures also tell you not to be ignorant of any of Satan's devices, man. Okay, and a lot of people who are going to be submissive to Satan and his new world order and take that chip, that device, okay, which the scriptures talk about once again, not to be ignorant of Satan's devices. A lot of people are going to take that thinking, you know, they're going to be in a better case. They're going to witness people dying for not taking it, and they're going to see they're still alive, they're still breathing. All they had to do was take the chip. That was it. What's the big deal? Not everybody believes in the scriptures, man. Okay? But that's because ultimately not everybody is given the spirit to understand. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is blocking people from receiving this knowledge. (11 and 7). What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So all Israel is not going to receive the truth on this side. Okay? So ultimately, those Israelites who don't receive the truth on this side, they're not going to make it on those chariots. They're not going to make it on the first go-around. That's why we're involved in doing our best because we know we're not going to be saved off of our righteousness because all of us are wicked. We sin all the time. The scriptures tell you in Proverbs 24 that a just man falls 7 times. Okay, so we go off all the time, but we hope to have that mercy to keep the faith and to keep the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and that it doesn't leak out of us because most people, they're blocked from it. They can't obtain it. As much as they seek for truth, they can't find the truth. Okay? They can't escape from the lies that they've been taught. Only the elect are going to escape the lies that they were taught. In fact, let's get that. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh. Okay, going back to the lust of the flesh, what I spoke on earlier, all right? Through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. Okay, so not everybody can escape the lies of Esau. Not everybody can escape that judgment seat of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua being looked at as wicked. Not everybody can escape that because not everybody is set up to escape that. Only the elect are going to escape that. Okay? And how do they escape that? Because they cast their sins off to the side, man. Okay? Because we ain't trying to get left behind, man. For nobody. The true sincere brethren, we is not trying to get left behind. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh. Through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. So those of us who are clean, we once was just like everybody else in the world, living the same way, living filthy. Okay? But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he basically separated us. He severed us. And now we're living a different life. We're the same person in terms of, yes, this is the same body that we had when we were in the world. We didn't get a new body. Okay, the same spirit is in this body, but we're new based off of the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua working through us. And now how we move, how we walk, how we carry ourselves is just totally different than how we used to. What we believe now is totally different than the things we used to believe in the world because, see, we escaped them who live in error. Okay? Now we just gotta hope that we can just maintain this lot, man. And if we're meant to be in this lot, there's nothing that can be done. Alright? But we can't forget at the end of the day, not everybody can receive this truth. Not everybody is meant to escape from the Lord's judgment, to escape from the lies of Esau. That's not for everybody to do. Okay? So I'm going to go on ahead and close the lesson out there. Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom.